What up, China? 朋友们,兄弟们,宝宝们,你们好吗? Last time we talked, I told you about how I became my wife's part-time husband and full-time Uber driver. Today, I'm excited to share with you the ins and outs of marrying a Chinese woman, something that no American could ever be prepared for. Our wedding was in Ningde. She said she came from a small city, so I was thinking something like where I come from. 3,000 people, a couple cows, a Walmart. So I was shocked to discover that there are over 3 million people in Ningde. That's not a small city, that's a small country. I guess everything in China just happens to be bigger. Cities, expectations, even mothers-in-law. Shh, don't tell her I said that. In China, the weddings are so much more interesting than America. Here, we have some dances, some food, some speeches. I'm bored. But in China, you got the toast of the grandparents, you got the games with the bridesmaids, and at my wedding, we even poisoned one of my groomsmen. Yes, my brother was forced by a bridesmaid to blow a ping pong ball across multiple plastic red cups. And when the ping pong ball didn't make it all the way across, a bridesmaid made him drink a disgusting concoction of vinegar, ginger, and soy sauce. Ugh! My brother is still having stomach pains to these days. It's like a detox. He just didn't ask for it. But our wedding dance was the best of all time. I mean, number one. It started off with a very sophisticated waltz before transitioning into a sexy cha-cha-cha. It was athletic. I had her like this and was spinning her around when I heard a noise. Rip! I didn't know what it was, so we continued with this dance. And when it ended, I bowed and heard the entire audience erupt in laughter. I looked down and saw that my pants were completely split down the seams. I was not expecting for my underwear to say hi to everyone in the audience, including my wife's grandparents. The pants were so split that when I brought them to the tailor was like, "I'm sorry, sir. It seems that we are not able to help you with your request today." And the thing about Chinese wedding is there's a lot of alcohol. We Americans, we think ganbei means bottoms up, right? Like chug it, bro. But we didn't realize that ganbei actually means just drink a little bit, like a sophisticated human being. We missed that memo because by the end of the wedding, my brothers were wasted, drunk, completely gone. I like to joke that my brothers, their first hangover, it was made in China. Since when you're married to a Chinese woman, you also gotta learn Mandarin, which is so freaking hard. My wife says I speak like a 4th grader, a 10-year-old. Can you believe it? She says, you don't know any Chengyus. You don't know any classical Chinese literature. She stabs me in the heart and says, 没有文化真可怕. But I have been learning some poetry. And recently I texted one of my friends who was learning Chinese and I said, 语言很久没有用会退步，但是重新开始也会进步. I mean, that's a classic, right? A masterpiece. Shakespeare, who? Honey, I've got a poem to show you. She grabbed it from my hand, looked at it, and was silent before saying, 你对诗有什么误解? She then sent me some poems from this Li Bai guy. I don't know really what it was. I couldn't read any. I mean, it was like, 白分之一白,看不懂. All I know is that I'm not going to quit my day job. I will say this, China, some of the best food in the world. I mean, delicious, how sure. But it's so dangerous. It's like a weapon. One night I came home and I smelled the beautiful aroma of yuzu tang, coconut chicken soup. I just ingested that soup. I mean, drank that like I'd never seen a soup before noticing that I had something stuck in my throat. Yes, I had a chicken bone stuck in my throat. And I couldn't breathe. I thought, this is literally the dumbest way to die. So we rushed to urgent care. And after waiting for an hour, they finally saw me and said, sorry, sir, we cannot see you here. You must go to the emergency room. I thought, great. In China, it's amazing. You go to the hospital and you need a referral, you just walk down the hall. You can see multiple doctors in one day and still have some time for soup dumplings afterwards. But in America, you need a referral to see a referral. It takes 2 weeks to see a doctor, and by that time, you're already dead. Like a lot of men, I eat a lot. So my wife calls me Xiao Juju, little pig, because apparently being called Piggy in China, according to her, is a compliment. She takes a lot of pride in being my little pig farmer, you know, Yang Ju Ren. Every morning I tend to weigh myself, and even though she's fast asleep, she immediately bolts up when the scale goes ding and asks how much. At that point, I run along. I mean, run for my life, because I don't want her to look at the price of pork at the market and sell me to the butcher shop. I don't want to be a sandwich. But it's been 7 years of marriage, a great and wild time. I love my wife, even though she tried to kill me with a chicken bone. That's it for today. Until next time, 谢谢你们，下次见。